no joke.
Welcome to another show, Quality Comedy Time with me. I'm your host, Quincy. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight. Last week, I just realized when I watched last week's episode back, I had this cue card flipped upside down. Nobody said nothing to me, but you know what? You don't have to worry about that because this is the final show of this impromptu virtual idea that I had to just do something to keep my mind, from losing it as a comic who went from working and performing and doing all this thing to nothing. So it's not just me, it was all my industry friends. So I appreciate this is episode number 25. So if y'all are tuning in, first of all, thank you very much for tuning in. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hey, what's going on Yale? A big shout out to all my sponsors that have made this possible as well. Because I give away trivia, cash for trivia questions every show. And I don't know, this is the last show, so I may do 3 trivia questions. I don't know, but I got the cash to give it away. So you guys share the live with other people. And if you got any questions, it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of engagement. The votes are in, okay? We have made our votes, and we made it right before the deadline, right before the cutoff, right before 7:30, right before the show started. That's right. We decided it was going to be Taco Tuesday tonight. That's right. That was our vote. We put it in, and we're eating some tacos, all right? So as soon as this live is done, I'm going to go eat some tacos. I can't eat it before because then I get the little bubblies, and that don't feel well. It's just like performing. But it is Election Day. So shout out to everybody that got your butts out your seats and to the polls. And I hope you were able to bring somebody to the polls. This is very, very important. Or as Trump says, very, very, very important election. Very important election. You guys, this is going to be the biggest election ever. And I'm going to win. That's what Trump is probably telling everybody right now. So get out there and vote. And one thing that I can honestly say that made you kind of remember the president we had before, okay? Because I don't get into who you plan to vote for and all that stuff, but there's just something to be said about the previous president who was just cool. Like, we won't find another president as cool as this brother here, President Obama, and he showed us how cool he was and how dope he was. You guys check this out.
Walk off. That's what I do. That's what I do.
That's a true brother right there. Yeah, he pulls the mask talking about, that's what I do. That's what I do. And it's so amazing how many people, obviously, whether they like him or hate him, but the ones that don't care for him, they found a reason to be mad at that. I can't believe he's such a cocky person. The man just hit a 3 impromptu. Okay, that's exactly what anybody would say if you just make a shot. That's what I do, even if that's what you don't do. All right, as soon as you make it, that's what I do. Okay, so just let the man have it. All right, the man is in his 60s and he just nailed a 3-pointer, impromptu. All right, give a man some props. We're never gonna find anything like that ever again. Okay. In other news, big shout out to my auntie. She got her college degree during the pandemic. She is in her 70s. And she got her college degree. And I was like, wow, like she became the first in her family, like in my mom's family, I think it's 5 children. My grandmother's been passed away, but she became the first in her family to get a college degree. That is something to be commended. And I just want to shout out my auntie, Angie, as my family member out there doing stuff in the midst of this pandemic. All right. So that is just to let y'all know, don't let anything hold y'all down. Go out and do what it is you're supposed to do and make it happen. Okay. Now let's go ahead and get to today's show. I can't wait because I know these brothers been hanging out backstage, waiting to get the stage started. So I'll start off by introducing who they are. Tonight's guest, These are currently active duty members serving in the U.S. Navy. They are 2/3 the comics that perform on a successful comedy tour called Tour14. Ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to make some noise and welcome to the show KG.com and also Chalee Jr. What's up, fellas?
What it do? What it do?
What's happening, good people? How y'all doing? Happy election day. What's going on?
Happy election day. I've never heard anybody say happy election day. All right. Because somebody ain't gonna be happy after whenever these votes count.
That's why you got to get it out the way.
Get it out the way. Now, KG, are you still doing the hookah smoking thing over there?
I just put it down, but you caught me. So yeah, I smoke a hookah all the time. It clears my mind. It helped me vote. It's just one of the things, you know. So yeah,
cloud in your lungs, brother. It's cloud in your lungs, brother. Man, put that hookah down, brother.
Man, no. You in the military, man. Is there anything in the hookah?
What's in it, KG?
Yeah, you got to talk to us.
Depending on which president we get, it's gonna depend on what's in this hookah. That's all I can say. Look, my shipmates is watching this. Don't.
Hey, look, I got shipmates too. Okay, and they all old, like all of us, bro. I got out in '98, man. I came in '94, '95. Like y'all was still what, Chalee? You was still what in middle school?
Yeah, pretty much for the most part. I'm actually older than KG. A lot of people don't know that.
Because you're immature. Because you're immature. That is the main reason. Don't nobody know you're older than me is because you're immature. That is it. Chalee is petty. Okay.
Hold on, I didn't even know that. Like, you older than KG?
Yeah, you never knew that, did you? All these years. You see what I'm saying? All these years. Yeah.
It's about like a few months though. It ain't much. It ain't much.
No, it's actually about 2-3 years. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there.
All right. No, you pushed me.
That's the immature stuff that you talk about. This brother talking about 2-3 months. And it's about 2-3 years.
Nah, he got me by a year. He got me by a year.
About a year. Now, quick question, because it's been a minute since I've been in and obviously had to vote while I was in. How do y'all do that with y'all's city, your registered voting city, not being where you're currently stationed?
Well, they have the mail-in ballots.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all I know. Don't ask me no more about politics. I don't know nothing else now.
You got the mail-in ballots. Did you mail your ballot in, bro?
Didn't I just say don't ask me no more questions? Now here you go. Yeah, I mailed it in.
Hey, bro.
Well, okay, now mail in. When the last time you wrote a letterhead? And we all know what that's. I had to Google
a letterhead.
how to mail a letter. We got email now. You trying to put me on the spot. People think I'm stupid. But I had mail in my ballot.
Yeah. I'm
registered in Florida.
Okay.
That's all I'm. KG, you answer since you so political.
Since I'm so what?
Political.
Okay.
I think that's political.
Yeah, we gonna let it ride. Just let it fly.
Okay.
Yeah, this is Chalee Jr.
Well, KG, you from Alabama then, right? Or is your voting city somewhere else?
I'm from Alabama. Yeah, I'm from Alabama. But we got a few options. Like, you know, we can still go and vote here in Virginia. It just depends on how you signed up, pretty much. Of course, we got the mail-in ballots for military personnel, but being military, you definitely got like several options that you can go and get your. Yeah. Got
you. Well, you know, I know Halloween just passed as well. Now it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I dressed up for Halloween. I could be completely honest, but I actually did. And you know what? Okay, so my choices were either dress up as Black Panther or dress up as Kevin Hart's character from Jumanji. Okay, and so I decided to dress up as Kevin Hart's character in Jumanji. And KG, you decided, like, you went a route that nobody. I mean, you've done a baby.
I mean,
like
you
a
know,
white baby. This
yeah.
this brother did a white baby.
I mean, I was a dark-skinned, grown white baby. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like, I figured I wanted to go see what the privilege was all about. So
right.
it worked out a little bit. It worked out a little bit, except for the rumper. The people weren't feeling me in the rumper. They kind of wouldn't let me in to a lot of
Yeah,
places. But
yeah.
it's
So
all
what
right.
did you end up dressing as then?
Well, this year I
Yeah,
went as the Joker. I went with the Joker route. My baby girl was
gotcha.
she was Harley Quinn. So I was like, you
Yeah,
know what? Why not compliment that with the Joker? And I ain't gonna lie, I went in on this one though. This fit was
yeah,
cold.
yeah,
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 this
yeah.
fit
Now,
was
now,
cold.
Charlie, look, bro. I asked you who you dressed up as,
Oh my lord.
brother.
I
Come on,
mean,
Charlie. Now,
I'm gonna be honest with you. When I met KG, I wasn't heavy into church. I had lost my way, and this
yeah,
young brother helped me find my way back into the church house. And the church that we go to, they you put that tone on my tongue.
Kill all of that lie. Listen.
But
time out,
because I'm looking
time
at
out,
it on
come
my
on.
phone, so I seen that late. But the church that we go to, and it's a lot of people. We just don't really support Halloween like that. And I was just so hurt right away. Him breaking me into the church and getting me back into the Bible. Learning about jobs in the Bible and
Wait,
escalators
wait,
and
Time
all.
out, time out. So, hold up. So you don't celebrate Halloween?
No, I don't, because when I
no.
met him, he was
First
like,
of
"We
all,
don't do
no,
it."
Charlie, stop. We're
And
not
I
gonna
got
speed. We're not
that
gonna
church
speed past that.
explained
We're not
to
gonna
me
speed
why
past that.
he on there looking like Lucifer. But
No,
I don't
no,
want to.
we
I
don't.
don't want to ruin this live. But God's watching you, baby.
Listen,
That's
first
all.
of all, we're not gonna speed past the fact that you talking about the Bible, talking about jobs and elevators. Those are not the books. Okay, those are not the books.
It's
It's
job.
definitely not jobs and elevators. It's definitely Job and escalations.
Two.
But you know what? I can't do. This is why I pulled him out the church. I made him go on to see what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Now he want to write in his notebook because that's all he want to do is write
Charlie.
everything
So,
down.
so explain to me what the Bible has to do with you putting your face on Scarface's character with cocaine on the nose.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
let me tell you something. That maybe stress me out.
So the Navy done drove you to an 8 ball.
You ain't rub your nose there.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. They be stressing me out, man. I'm running on 2 hours of sleep right now. I got kids. I'm a comedian. I gotta go to work, still wear a uniform. Coffee just don't do it no more, man. That cat's out bad.
Yeah.
Let me stop.
Yeah, this person, Deontay, is saying, I know Charlie is lying. Charlie is lying. You don't go to church.
Nothing Brian Lee say, man. He's an advocate for hating on LeBron James. So anything he says is null and void.
Well,
Definitely.
that's actually interesting because we all play basketball and we all know a little bit about basketball, right?
Real baller.
Okay,
No.
so
Oh
so
no,
a few
no.
weeks
Oh,
ago, I'm checking out a live that that the both of you and your other tour member Shay Clemens, right?
yeah, yeah.
All three of y'all were on this Facebook Live. Y'all were on for a while, but y'all got to the discussion of the GOAT in the NBA. So let's continue to have this discussion. And for the viewers, feel free to chime in. And if you got a question or if you got a really cool comment, I'll even put it up. But what's the difference? Okay, so who's Team LeBron and who's Team Jordan? Just between y'all two.
Team LeBron over here.
Okay. Okay. So
I'm Team Mike all day.
good. Cause see, I'm in between, but it's for specific reasons. So Jordan and Bron, in my opinion, they were in two different eras. So you can't really compare who's the GOAT when one person dominated a different era. Jordan played in a different era than LeBron. However, what LeBron has done, I think, kind of supersedes what Jordan didn't do with his career. Jordan was the GOAT, the greatest of his era, and people haven't matched that, right? But what LeBron is doing, I don't think anybody is going to do that for a long time. So I'll let you go first, Kate.
What is he doing? Is my question.
LeBron. Bron?
And I'm not saying he ain't doing nothing. I'm just saying you said what he's doing. So what is he doing? I need to know what we're talking about.
Well, I mean, he's number one, he's a good spokesperson for I guess for like a group of people during this time that needs a sports figure. We don't need a sports figure, but necessarily depend on the sports figure to step up and say something. Whereas Jordan was more like, look, Republicans buy shoes too. I ain't saying nothing. And that's what I'm talking. I'm talking on that level. That's where I think LeBron has stepped over Jordan. I mean, it took Jordan in his 50s to finally start looking at giving back.
Okay,
right?
so we talking off the court.
Well, I'm talking overall. I just think LeBron represents for more people. People were in fear of Jordan on the court. Like, that's no dispute. All right. Like, people were afraid of Jordan on the court. I don't think anybody's afraid of LeBron necessarily, but they respect him enough to be like, hey, you know what? I mess with you, man. So that's my opinion. I'm
with that. Now, everything you just said, I can agree because you broke it down to a point where I can't even argue with that. Because I can honestly say I don't know what Mike did off the court besides gamble. Okay. Now, as far as game on the court, my only thing that I got when it comes to the GOAT conversation is I agree 100% that it's too many different eras. You can't put Wilt, Mike, Dr. J, Kareem, and all these boys in the same boat. But my argument is you can't just have LeBron skip over Kobe either. Now that's been one of my arguments for a long time. All right. And I understand LeBron is the best overall all-around player we will ever see.
Fact.
Period. I give him that 100%. He's the greatest overall player of all.
So how y'all sit there and say if he's the best overall player? Overall mean he can guard in his prime. He guarding everybody from 1 to 5. Probably the highest basketball IQ you will ever see.
Right.
I won't give him the highest IQ. Go ahead.
The dude is smart, KG.
He's smart. I ain't gonna say he ain't smart. Have you ever watched the Spike Lee special Kobe doing work?
Okay, check this out. Spike Lee special. Have you ever watched LeBron's post-game interviews? They'll be like, LeBron, what happened? He will tell you what happened, at what time it happened, who passed the ball, so he couldn't make the pass. What man? When I tell you he has a photographic memory, bro, and that is step though. Don't look back for no help. Don't look back for no help.
Chuck, this is probably what would dispel his level of intelligence. When the brother got shot in the back, and Bron is talking about it, and Bron goes, the cops could at least subdue the you don't dude like bro, you lost me. You done built the school, but you done messed around and said something ignorant. You don't say do somebody.
He go to
when cameras in my face and I'm on the spot trying to think of a big word.
Everybody know how to say subdue.
Not Chalee. Not Chalee. Not Chalee.
but go ahead, Casey. I'm trying to let you finish. I had to just
no. I give it, man. Listen, I give it to him. The only argument I really got when it comes to Mike, man, is the same thing that Quincy said, bro. I've watched the greatest Hall of Fame players all have a story about Michael Jordan, and they all talked about how they just did not want to be on this man bad list. Period. And that told me that this boy just. The one thing he got that Mike don't have, I mean that LeBron don't have, the kid ain't got he never had a ceiling, Q. He never had a ceiling. There was no limit to Mike. Mike never had a ceiling.
Oh, okay, I was about to say LeBron clearly got a ceiling that he just
missing a ceiling, but But Mike didn't have a ceiling, man. So whenever he played up against another player, no matter how great they were, he took his game to another level. That's the only reason I can say he's great, because you played against greats and you got greater than they were. Now, we didn't see LeBron play against some greats.
Right.
KD bust a whole tray in his face. He ain't step up. Curry done bust him down a couple times. Kawhi did him in a couple times. He did not.
No, you didn't.
I'm just saying. I ain't saying KD is better.
So had Jordan ever played against a team of that caliber?
We'll never know.
Yeah. That's when y'all set up.
But check it out though. Hold on. But check this out though. Every great. Hold up. But check this out. Every great done said the same thing about the question of what would Mike do if he was in today's league, and what they say, Chalee, he'll average 50.
Okay, so I'm on the same page as Quincy. My shit. Oh shoot, my stuff inverted. So I got a point. Yeah, right there. Right there. Right. So with that being said, y'all always try to take away from LeBron's greatness.
I ain't taking away.
When up in Jordan. So I say that all the time. I would never say take away from someone who says Jordan is the GOAT. But then when you try to take away from LeBron, when people say LeBron is the GOAT, I would never do that, because LeBron has played against teams that Jordan never played against. With less personnel.
I agree with Sabrina. Sabrina Carr said, look, you see Sabrina Carr, she said the game is different, the players are different, the league is different. I just agree. I agree with Sabrina. That's the whole reason.
Right. Well, this is a fact. Jordan never beat Larry Bird in the playoffs.
He didn't.
They only count 6 years of Jordan's career. They only count 6 years of Jordan's career. That's all they count.
I don't count rings.
That's their only argument. 6 and 0.
I don't count rings.
6 years, and that's it.
Look,
that's it. That's it.
You almost remind me of Eddie Murphy. He said that's
Jordan played 6 years, and that's it.
That's it. Look, so I mean, overall,
he didn't do no extension or nothing. 6 years, and I'm out.
Right. Well, I mean, overall, long story short, we never would have known what Jordan would have done had he not left for those 2 years at Houston, which was a team he couldn't beat, and he admitted was better than the Bulls. Like, we'll never know if he would have won 8 straight or if he would have took a little break and then came back and won 3. But what makes him the GOAT in that regard is that he left the league on top, took a break, came back, got his legs ready, and came back the next season and helped his team put up the best record in NBA history on the way to winning 3 straight more championships. So yes, that he's definitely in the GOAT conversation. As far as Kobe is concerned,
against boo-boo teams. Against boo-boo teams.
I'm not dealing with you, bro. I'm not dealing with
you. So Kobe is a high school player, and Bron is a high school player, and Bron's career, health-wise, he's just taking care of his body a little bit better. It doesn't take anything away from Kobe. Kobe set out to do something, and he did it, and LeBron is just doing it in a different way, but they both came straight out of high school. So, it's always going to be that conversation. Now, let me transition. You, KG, can dunk. And I've seen some pictures of you dunking.
I can dunk too.
Well, I haven't seen that, Chalee. I have not seen that. I've seen apparently, KG pays somebody to take pictures when he's about to dunk on somebody. You need to pay somebody to take some pictures because I ain't seen it. Okay.
I got a lot of footage, man.
I got a whole bunch of footage. Through the leg, off the bounce, 360 windmill, all that.
So KG, have you ever dunked on somebody?
Somebody
like nasty.
Man, I should have sent you the picture. So here's the thing.
So that's a yes.
Oh man, several. I got a lot of bodies, man. Look, my daughter is crazy. Y'all look, something's wrong with her. I want people to think she's jumping on the floor. There's a beanbag back there, okay?
I'm about to call CPS.
I know. There's a beanbag back there. Okay? I noticed it. I know people like, why is his daughter jumping on the floor backwards? There's a beanbag, a pretty big one. You just can't see it. Okay?
I'm gonna say I ain't heard no thud or nothing. But like, have either of you ever gotten dunked on, and what was that feeling like knowing you was about to get dunked on? Like,
So you know
I'm a
what?
buck KG.
this ain't a good story. I can tell.
Listen, first of all, okay, I've dunked on a lot of people, okay?
Right.
And I can see their soul literally leave their bodies after you yoke on them. Like you could just see it, all right? So for me, I have been dunked on. I've been dunked on a few times because I was a high flyer, so I used to try to be a shot blocker, you know?
Right.
So, you know, a couple people that got me. Now, namely,
Never dunk on
one of
me.
the biggest people who ever got me was Helicopter from And One, all right?
Okay.
You're supposed to get dunked on by Helicopter from And
Man,
One.
that was hoverboard from Walmart. You know? I'm not helicopter from
I'm
AN1.
serious. But no, but I got dunked on by a kid that was like 5'9", Quincy.
Ooh, you got
About
yacked on by 5'9"?
Listen, let me tell you, bro. Now that made me understand what people I dunked on felt like. Because for one, I didn't expect this kid to do that, like the way he did it. Like when he went up, I was
Right.
like coming thinking I'm a mid jump. He 5'9". I ain't gotta go all the way up. But
Right.
this boy just kept going, bro. When the ball hit me in the face out the net, is when like all life in me left. I can honestly say, if it wasn't for my coach just saying, "Man, I'm not gonna sub you out," I would have subbed myself out because my heart was hurting. You hear me?
Right.
But when it come to Chalee and Duncan, there's only one reason I've never dunked on Chalee. One reason and one reason only.
Okay.
Chalee wears shoulder pads during basketball games. Okay, I just want y'all to clearly understand this. All the fans out there understand. This man wears, and I ain't talking about like regular shoulder pad. I'm talking about back in the day, Brian Urlacher with the
Right.
horseshoe thing up in the back there, shoulder
Why?
pad.
Why, Charles?
Tell him, Chalee.
First of all, KG laughs at me when I talk about basketball. So when I met KG, I had pretty much retired from basketball. Period. You know what
At
I'm
the
saying?
age of what?
Huh?
I
At the
met
age
him
of
when I was
what?
about 28.
Man, shut the hell up. Anyway, when I met KG, I wasn't balling no more. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
with that being said, I'm really strong on defense. I make people scared to come to the hole. I'm like Ben Wallace.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you come to the hole once with all that flashiness, this, that, and the other. I'm sending you to the free throw line.
Okay.
You're like Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis, not Ben Wallace. Ray Lewis. Go ahead.
Especially at the age I met KG. But prior to meeting KG, I was a high flyer. That's all I ever did was jump and grab rebound.
Okay.
So I know what it is to jump clean over somebody. I know what it is to dunk on somebody. But being dunked on, I would never. I would never.
So, I would never.
Ever. Not chest to chest. Now, the one time I've been dunked on twice. I've been dunked over twice.
Yeah.
One, I went up to swing like this, but I went to the side and he flew by me and still dunked.
Right.
The other one, my brother caught one off the rim on me. My brother like KG height. You know what I'm saying? Probably a little bit slimmer, but he's a high flyer.
Yeah.
I'm going up for a rebound to grab it. Cousin takes it right out my hand and just dunked right over me. Boom. Yeah,
Wow.
so them the only two times I've been dunked.
I wish I could have seen now.
Yeah. All I know is that back in the day, when I played on our ship, you know, I didn't have any hops or nothing. I mean, I had bad feet. Shout outs to the VA and my disability. I had bad feet, but this was in the 90s, man. And so of course, like I'm in the Navy, like back in the day, where we were still wearing like dungarees. Like that was me at Gunners Mate School and all that stuff. Y'all, man, the both of you, you didn't know each other before the Navy, but you obviously became tight friends after collabing on some hilarious military skits that actually went viral, you know, and took off. But like, how did y'all meet, man?
Oh, wait. You want to start this or you want me to start it?
I started. So It was a little fun night. One night we was at a mutual friend's house. Hey, big girl. We were at a mutual friend's house. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
What
I don't
happened
know
to
if
you,
y'all can
Charlie?
hear me.
Yeah, we
I
can hear
don't
you.
know.
Yep.
You got me?
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Hold on, my daughter's about to be muffled in here. KG, you go ahead and tell the story.
All right.
Nah, so he right. We met. Well, he was at a mutual friends of ours house, right?
Yeah.
I never knew Charlie. Not at the time. Charlie was like YouTube famous for all the Navy videos, right?
Right. Right.
I've heard of these videos, but I had never seen the guy who does them. You know, so I come to my boy house that he already at. I knock on the door. Charlie answers the door. Here's the thing. Charlie don't know me. I've never seen Charlie. This ain't even Charlie house for one.
Right.
But when he opens the door, he looks at me and literally closes the door back. Like I'm not at the door. You know, and I'm like,
Right.
who is
Talk
this dude?
stranger.
You know, like, what's going on here? So, you know, I went and opened the door, walk in, and I went to our mutual friend. I was like, yo, what's up with bruh? You know, bruh just closed the door in my face. Like, and Charlie was like, I don't know you. I don't know you either, bruh. You know, like it was semi beef. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, so we get in the house, man, we chilling. Long story short, there was another person at the house who started like, you know, we from the South, we call it ranking. You know, we call it the dirty dozen. You
Yeah.
know, the dude started talking about me, right? Now, I don't know Charlie is who he is, but the petty in him was so amazing when he saw that I wasn't backing down from this cat. I went
Right.
in, you know, because that's what we do. We did that in the lunchroom in elementary. You talk about me, I'm coming at you, you
Facts.
know? So I go at the kid and I'm eating him, right? Come to find out, Charlie didn't really like the dude anyway. So he he joins me and we both collabo and team at the cat, right?
Yeah.
So my homeboy comes to me, he's like, hey man, you know who that is, right? I'm like, who? He's like, the dude you said close the door in your face. I said, I really don't, but he all right, but he closed the door in my face, so I don't know if I should rock with him. You know,
Right.
and he was like, nah, that's the dude that do the Navy videos. I was like, look, YouTube dude, everybody talking about? He was like, yeah, that's him. I said, I don't care. You know, he closed the door in my face, right? But man, probably about literally 3 days after that, we had linked up that night, and Charlie was like, "Hey man, you know I'm doing I'm trying to take it from YouTube to the stage." Now I'd already been playing around with comedy for a while, you
Okay.
know. He was like, "Man, come see me at Kazi's," you know. I was like, "All right, man, I'm gonna come see you." I come to see Charlie at an open mic. This dude done put me on the list and didn't tell me.
What?
Now at this time, Quincy, I ain't been on stage since like '06.
Right.
So it's like 2014, Charlie? 14 or 15, right? So he puts me on the list. Don't tell me he put me on the list. Next thing you know, they call my name. And I'm like, nah, bro, I'm here to support. They was like, come on, man, it can't be that bad. And for real, I swear to you, Quincy, I smoked the show. Straight.
Oh, I think Charlie is frozen. I don't
What
know
do
if
you
Charlie can hear us, but Charlie, if you want to log out and come back in, I told you about that Wi-Fi.
bro? Now
First
he
thing
got
I did,
dial up. He
make
got
sure the
dial up.
Wi-Fi was strong.
Yeah, he got dial up.
Got dial up. Yeah. Just like as soon as he comes back, then I'm sure he'll be able to talk about it as well. But
Yeah.
just this whole thing with the videos that he was doing, you were already peeping the videos, but you didn't know that it was him, or
No,
you had heard
so
it, but you hadn't seen any videos.
well, at the time, I was and nothing against, you know, his career, not like that, but I was higher ranking than Charlie. You know,
Okay.
now we the same rank, which is just messed up all in all. But I just didn't pay attention to it. You know, like some of the stuff that I did, I never really got the chance to play around with, you know, kind of joking about the Navy. I was real serious about making the next rank. So
Right.
I kind of didn't even want to be involved with, you know, the videos. I heard about them, but I just didn't see them, you
Right.
know. But when people started talking, and I was like, man, I gotta watch one of these videos, you know. Up until the day I met him, I had never seen one.
Oh,
And
okay.
then finally, when I met him that night, I started Googling. I was like, oh man, this dude this dude killing it. You know, like
Yeah.
he really bringing some real Navy stuff to, you know, to the funny type part of things. So I linked with him, man. And the first thing he told me, he was like, "Hey, man, you should do a video with me." Now, Quincy, I'm not very IT savvy. Okay.
Right.
I don't really do all this social media stuff. I had never done it. Matter of fact, if you go to my Facebook page and you see how long I've been on Facebook, I haven't been on there that long. Okay. I didn't do this social media stuff.
Right.
But he put me in a video, man. I think I sent it to you. It was the what an E4 is disrespectful. He was this character named Rufus. That was the first video I did. The next thing you know, man, I'm at the NEX. I'm on base, and people coming to me like, "Oh, you the dude that do the shows with the Navy dude?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like that's cool, you know."
Yeah, I remember when we were at the at Dave and Buster's, and I was getting ready to. I think I had seen you there because I'd already started doing my shows over there, and we were near the front door, and this person sees you, says, "Hey, you that guy?" Like,
You said the same thing.
Oh, this dude got people who recognize him already. Hey, look, do you want to perform on my show?
I remember that. But you know what's crazy though, Quincy? What's crazy is I had already came to you.
Yeah.
Remember when you first put Chalee onto the Quality Comedy Show, and I was like, "Yo, bro," I was like, "Man, I wouldn't mind performing either." And you was like, "All right, man, you know, I'm gonna keep you in the books up here, you know."
Right.
And then when you see me, it was like, "Oh, people notice you now." So,
right. You're like, "Hey, do you mind? I'm trying to rebuild this show." Man, but you know, that's the one thing about y'all's following and the Navy following. Number one, they will support their fellow sailors, but y'all have it down to a science where where y'all have that following, and I'm still waiting on Chalee to log back in, but that following, that's what led to y'all's tour. And like I've mentioned before, your third member, Shay Clemens, is actually like he couldn't join us tonight. But the three of y'all kicked off this tour. Explain what this tour was and how it came about, the DD Tour 14. And for those who's not military, is DD 214. That's what we always have to have once we get out the military, or don't nobody know that we serve.
Hey, listen, man. This DD Tour 14 thing, like I can see, man, we started the whole from the uniform to the stage thing, man. So Chalee,
hey, I'm back, my bad.
Hey, so Chalee, I'm explaining to them how we started the whole DD Tour 14 thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so the way things popped off, man, me and Chalee, man, we linked up as kind of like a powerhouse immediately, man. I mean, from the very first day we did at Kazi's, I burnt the stage up. He came right behind me and burnt the stage up. And we was like, man, we got something. You know, let's just keep doing it. And literally, man, we started doing what you see the greats talk about when they were first starting, where we were going to hole in the walls. Man, we was performing in front of like 2, maybe 3 people, you know? And Chalee already knew Shay Clemens. Now, Shay was out there. He had been doing shows for a long time, man. And next thing you know, Chalee was like, man, we need to link up with this guy, Shay, and just try a show. Let's do something big. So I was like, you know what? Link for link. I know Quincy very well. He's put me onto the Quality Comedy Show. Chalee, you already know him. I said, man, you know, let me link up with Quincy and see if he'll help us, you know, get something to where it's a nice platform. We already got the following. I need the platform, you know. So utilizing your platform.
Y'all had already toured it
in San Diego,
other places, right?
Yeah. So we did it in Florida first, right, Chalee?
Was it? No,
I think we did Florida. Was San Diego first?
No, I brought y'all to San Diego. Yeah, I brought y'all to San Diego.
So San Diego was the very first show. You know, we did real good out there.
We did San Diego. We did San Diego, and that was the first time bringing Shay out.
Yeah. Okay.
And Shay is in the Air Force.
Yeah, Shay in the Air Force.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we brought Shay out, and Shay was like, "Hey man, we can do something." I say, "That's what I've been telling y'all, but y'all acting like y'all. I don't do that social media, man. I don't do that social media." I say, "Man, we could have been doing this or whatever, you know." And I ain't gonna lie, no one ever did it by themselves, you know. no matter who is in the front, whatever it may be, no one ever did it by themselves, and just bringing that aspect of some people who already had a rapport with and chemistry with. It was really taking off, and you feel safe, you know what I'm saying? You don't feel like you're gonna be taken advantage of, and then you have another word, you have somebody else for input as far as business moves and stuff like that. Because like I say, when Shay and KG actually got on board, when it came to like booking and knowing your worth, that was everything. And that's pretty much what I needed. Because like I said, I was doing it by myself at first, and I was just so blessed. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? Real talk, to meet KG, because if it wasn't for him, man, it's hard to go out there, being an introvert, being quiet already, you know what I'm saying, to go out there, to go on stage and, starting them open mic rooms, because, you automatically think you're supposed to be Eddie Murphy. I will open mic support.
No, keep going, bro. I gotta record this one. I ain't never. Come on, give me some more accolades.
KG, this is being recorded right now, man. I know you say you don't do the IT thing. You really,
you know what I'm saying?
Come on.
I had to get that for myself. No, I didn't want to go back to the 46-minute 54-second mark and find it. I got it on my own. I just wanted to hear that.
Yeah,
but no,
well, I mean,
you're right. It's been a blessing, man.
I mean, I've watched what y'all have done, and like you were saying, when you came to me about doing it, and if you guys could do it in the place where I normally do my quality comedy series, I was like, man, it's a no-brainer, because number one, obviously, it's business first, right, before it's comedy. That's just the way I look at it. And I said, look, if I ain't got to push and sell no tickets, and y'all already got a following, I got the venue, and y'all know how I set up my venues. My staff is dope. Tori is on here, long time buddy of mine that does the security. But I got like some of the best volunteer staff that helps me facilitate a lot of these shows and make them look good. And I said, man, y'all already bringing the meat and potatoes. All we got to do is give them the presentation. And that was it was a great night, because I know on my shows, I don't have the profanity. And for this, it didn't have anything to do with quality. So I was like, hey, y'all do y'all. Let's just have a good venue. Let's make it look right. And it was just a great night. As a matter of fact, we coming up on a year. Because it was last year, this month. I think it was the week after I had done my season finale of my quality comedy series, and we followed that up. And it was the first show I had ever done at Dave & Buster's on a Saturday night. That's where I was singing.
During a major fight too. It was a fight or something going on.
And real quick, so when Quincy, for anybody that follows me that's watching right now, Quincy is who put me on one of the first main stages. This is the first person to ever give Chalee Jr. a shot on the main stage under their brand. And I was new. And he was like, well, it's clean comedy. I was like, shoot, I always take showers now. Come on now, don't do me like that, dude. He was like, no, man, you can't cuss. You can't. I was like, oh, it was like this clean. I said, man, I take showers. I wasn't smelling myself. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Because I was new. So I ain't never heard of clean comedy. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, but Quincy gave me my first shot. And what y'all don't know, I'm gonna call Quincy out real quick. I appreciated everything he did for me, letting me come on this platform, right? So once I understood the clean comedy part, I was like, okay, cool. I can still do some innuendos and use some wordplay. Let me let you something. Seasoned comics never listen to you when you're on stage. But if you say anything on that stage that sticks out, all of a sudden you got their full attention. I'm talking about 100%. So I'm on stage, right? I'm watching the room and I'm watching Quincy because, you kind of want to see if a seasoned comic is paying attention to you. I was like, okay, cool. Let me just stick to my set because he ain't paying me no attention. So I'm doing my set, mind you, supposed to be clean comedy. So I had this skit on this bit where, you know what I'm saying, Snapchat or whatever. And, we call cats, you know what I'm saying, in the cartoon world, in real life, you can refer to cat as pussy. You know what I'm saying? So I said something. Yeah, I was dating this girl or whatever, and she got a new kitten. And I said, oh, well, Snapchat me that pussy. All Quincy heard was pussy on his clean comedy show. Hey, he lost
Hey, listen, I was standing right next to him. Listen, he was like,
hey, now, Quincy didn't look on stage the whole time after he introduced me. He over there mingling with people, shaking hands. All he heard was pussy. Now, mind you, it was innuendo. It was wordplay, but that's all he heard, man. That's all he heard. Chris ain't booked me for about 2 years.
Bro, I remember that moment because I was on the wall, and if I remember, you was standing on the wall,
I was standing right next to you.
I think I was kind of paying attention, but I wasn't. Just like what Charlie said. All I knew was that the crowd was into it and they were laughing. I'm like, oh, man, this is all good, man. Look, this is looking good. What?
Hey, the funny part about it, when I did it, I was like, okay, he ain't paying no attention. Watch this. You know, the mic picks up S's, T's, and P's real good. I was like,
oh, yep. And for anybody that's just now tuning in,
I'm petty across the board. You gonna listen to me because I listen to you.
Oh, I was weak, boy.
It was one of those because once you explained it and you broke down what the joke was, because I missed the setup of the joke.
You weren't trying to hit at it first. I like, look, listen, Quincy, look. I wrote it down in my note, Quincy. Look, I said, look, you had to listen to the whole thing. Quincy. Quincy Carr.
Never got booked again.
You know, you start saying their whole name, you nervous because you don't want to get blackballed. Look, Quincy Carr. I just started comedy, man. Look, the Quincy Carr. You got to listen to the whole joke. Now listen, Quincy.
Look. It's right here. Okay. I said she had a kitten.
Yeah.
Followed by, Snapchat me. Listen, it's right here.
Hey, listen, man. To everybody that's watching this right now, if only y'all could have been me to see the interchange between the two of these people. Boy, look, when I seen them kind of, because Quincy was on some like, nah, bro, you done. Chalee was like, no. Look, like I said,
believe me,
bro. Oh man, that was priceless. I forgot about that. that.
And here's the crazy part too to the whole thing. When KG tells me a few years later, because y'all have to understand, I'm not, or I don't believe I'm this intimidating figure, okay? And KG, Chalee, these guys in shape. You see veins in the, like, I don't know what this is, okay? But y'all got veins, all right? Y'all got arteries. So when this brother is like, Quincy, you don't understand. The first time, said, now, I'm a guy that's very secure. But when I first encountered you, I was like, I can't come at this dude in a week. I got to get myself together. I'm like, what? And so just you tell me that, like, I don't know when I have that face and when I have that look. However, I do understand that I'm very intentional about the brand that I've built. So I had no idea I came across in a way that made folks feel like, yo, I got to have myself together. And no disrespect, but
no. Okay, so the thing was like, man, you can ask on KG because he hates me for this, but like, I'm so like, I do my thing on my platform, you know what I'm saying, around people that know me, I'm comfortable with. But when it comes to respecting someone else's brand, I literally go out of my way. And me being young, coming up in the game, the comedy game, and you giving me that shot, I was trying to respect you at the utmost. Like, I didn't care, like, my stature, how I look, how KG look. My thing was respecting your brand and appreciating you giving me that shot. And a lot of people, they come in so cocky and arrogant because they have a following that. Like, you still got to respect. You know what I'm saying? They didn't. We did you at the end of the day. They don't.
You know what, Quincy, man? When you
they already solidified. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I always come in. So I was like, man, I done messed it up. Now I gotta go back to Kazi's. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm telling you. But you know what, man? even when you allowed us to come do our thing on your platform after, I'd already done
and
your
don't say
platform.
allowed like that.
Well,
I
but
don't
that's
even
not what
want
we
to
felt.
feel like that.
Well,
Welcome,
and I got it. Well,
welcome,
you welcomed us.
yeah.
The thing was, man, as soon as Shade came up with the bright idea that we needed to move as a squad, we were looking at the 85 South crew, and we
Yeah.
was like, man, we can do that. We already got the following, let's do it. And I was like, yo, Charlie, I need to holler at Quincy,
Yeah.
because he got his thing moving. Let's see if we can, link up with him. And bro, when I called you so many times asking so many questions, and you was like, listen, man, you good. Like, you got it. But the level of respect that we come
Yeah,
with is just, it's to
exactly.
the utmost, bro. And that's all they kept doing. Now, the pressure was coming from me too, but it was really coming from them also because they were pressuring me to make sure that you were okay with, what we had going on because I was the person talking to you.
No doubt.
So the reutterance of me coming to you over and over and over again trying to ask questions was coming from them
What
also.
KG, what that was? You say reutterance?
And you probably done spelled it wrong because I don't even know how to spell it.
It looked like reuterus on here.
Let's go ahead and do a quick transition. I said that this would probably go longer. It definitely is, but this is a fun segment I like to call going completely off topic. We've been talking comedy and all this stuff, but let's go completely off topic. Got a couple of questions that I'll ask, and y'all just answer them the way you see fit, okay? All right. So the first going completely off topic question, either you can answer this question. Y'all are both from the South, where your cornbread is either regular sweet or pound cake sweet. Which sweet is your cornbread? Regular or pound cake sweet?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
gonna let you have that.
All right. So I ain't gonna lie. I grew up in a family of diabetics.
Who
Like
says
half the
this
people
stuff?
from the South.
Who says this, man? Like,
I grew up
who
in,
say
you
that?
I was gonna say something else. I grew up in a family of diabetics.
More people be like, I grew up in a family of doctors, lawyers, and no, you
Yeah, I
grew up
grew
in a
up
family
in
of
a family of diabetics.
I wouldn't expect it. Right.
bruh.
So y'all had pound cake sweet cornbread.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna lie. Like I have older family members. Like I have a brother that's like in his late 50s.
Yeah.
Like for real, in his late 50s. So you can imagine how old my mama was. You can imagine how old my daddy is. You know what I'm saying? But these new grandmamas,
Right.
they cornbread just be too sweet.
Who, Keisha?
Bruh,
they
they got vanilla icing on top of their cornbread, bro. Like real
yes,
talk.
bro.
They using that vanilla extract.
Yeah.
Like on everything. Like, bro, you ain't gonna just use vanilla extract with no cornbread. Come on, baby. Like, shut up. No. Who taught you that?
Hey, look, I'll
But
be honest, man.
but Quincy, you gotta think, bro, they grandmamas is like my age. They mamas is my age. So
Yeah, exactly.
you know what I'm saying? They don't know.
Yeah, that's
They don't
true.
know nothing about they don't know nothing about no cornbread.
Yeah,
Man.
That is true.
So what I was getting at, like, yeah, I thought it was sweet, but being in the South, eating these young folk cornbread, man,
They had
it's good.
Kool-Aid in it.
It's good.
Bruh.
My ankle's probably gonna be swollen in the morning, but I eat it.
Hey, did y'all used to, like, I don't know how old school y'all are, but as far as like sugar, did y'all used to put sugar into a Kool-Aid, into an individual Kool-Aid pack and just take it and do
Oh
that?
boy. Did we? I used to put mine in a sandwich bag.
Yeah.
I used to put in a sandwich bag. Like listen, the Kool-Aid with the sugar in the sandwich bag and tie it up at the top and
Yeah.
put it in my book bag. Like for real. You lick it and put your finger be red all day on the tip right here. Red all day on the tip. Red champ.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But you know
Y'all
what?
definitely old school.
I used to eat red dirt. I'm not kidding. Red clay. Red clay. We call it red dirt. But I used to eat red clay. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like for real.
Yeah, y'all definitely old school. And for those of you still tuning in, I got the first trivia question Guys, y'all don't answer this. This is just for the people that's tuning in. The first person to get it right in the comments, I will get your cash app after the live is done, and I'll send you $25. All right, and I'm
Why are
gonna
you
do
raising your hand?
too. I'm gonna do another trivia question. So this first one is 25, and the next one I'm gonna go 50. It's the final show. Like, why not, right?
Why he
Chuck,
raising his hand, Quincy?
put your hand down, bro. All right. So,
Quint, can you restroom?
feel free.
Like, all right,
I mean,
I ain't want to be rude, Quincy. I told you how I am by respecting the platform. I just want you to restroom.
no, hey, look, go look. As long as you don't pull your pants down before you get to the bathroom, sir. Okay, wait till you get to the bathroom.
I'm coming.
All right. So the first question, the first trivia question is: what year did Chalee? Not Charlie. I'm sorry. Did KG stopped doing comedy before he started up again in 2014? What year? All you have to give me is the year that he mentioned he had. It was the last time he had done it before he started up again in 2014. So first person to get the comment correct, I will acknowledge that, and then I will send you a cash app. Now Charlie is gone, so while these individuals are guessing, it's like I said, don't give them the answer and don't put the answer anywhere. All right.
Definitely not.
All right, because this is my money I'm trying to hold on to. So
Oh no, definitely not.
no, I'm trying to get his money out because you never know who needs $25, right? All right. So while Charlie is gone, let me get to the next going completely off topic question. And this will be a good one. Actually, I don't know if I should skip it and wait. You know what? I'll skip it and I'll come back to it because I'm sure Charlie will chime in on this one. If you had a choice, okay, KG, if you had a choice, what body part, excluding the sexual organs, would you change for the better?
If I had a choice.
If you had a choice, which body part, excluding your sexual organs, would you change for the better?
Well, I'm gonna share some information.
Was it a big thumb or something?
Now I'm gonna share some information because it's actually a real serious thing, but that ain't no big deal. I got to get it done regardless.
Okay.
I'm due to have surgery here December 14th.
Okay.
A major surgery coming up, and it's not something that I did. It's just something that I was born with.
Oh, okay.
I have hip dysplasia.
Okay.
In my left hip, and it causes so much pain that they literally got to go break it and turn it. So,
wow.
Yeah, I would change that left hip right about now. Like I would change that and let it be regular.
Hold up, time out. So how are you able to still participate in PT and all the healthy qualifications in the Navy?
You know what? It's so crazy, right? Like so many people ask me that. You would think, in the Navy they call it malingering. When you go to medical and you're not really sick.
Right.
So you would think I was malingering, but I literally wake up with pain every day, like every day. But it's one of the things where I just can't. It just hurts. It's dysplasia. It doesn't stop me from doing anything. It just hurts. So hey, I can still dump, I can still run, I can still jump, I can still play. But yeah, man, I would ask for, if I could change any body part other than my sexual organs, it would definitely be my left hip right now.
Okay.
Hold on. Whoa.
All right. So while you were going to the bathroom, sir, we went on to the next going completely off topic question, which was, if you had a choice, Charlie, what body part, excluding your sexual organ, would you change for the better?
Oh, okay. I ain't know. What y'all talking about?
Nah, but I told him that this my first time sharing it with anybody. I ain't really put it out on social media, nothing like that. But I got hip surgery.
The knees with the blood in the back of your kneecap.
Shut up, bro. Nobody got no blood in the back of their kneecap.
You got black blood in the back of your kneecap. KG.
Hey, look, all these people are sending up prayers to you, KG, man, and same here, man. Like on the
I
surgery
appreciate
next
y'all.
month. Yeah.
Oh, they
Anything
sending
you
prayer. Okay. Well, look, I want some prayers. Look, so I had braces when I was about 11, 12. That's why these teeth right here and these right here, they straight. But see, these side teeth, the doctors say they too small to touch. So if I
Hold up.
change anything, I want my side teeth to touch. I want my side. You see that? Like, and people be like, oh, you missing the tooth. No, I got side teeth. They just spaced out more so than others. You know what I'm saying? So if I could change anything, I want bigger side teeth or just big enough to touch a little bit. That's all I want. I just want my side teeth to touch. And once my side teeth start, I got an appointment on the 5th, and they're gonna look at me and see what they can do for me. So once my teeth start touching like Quincy teeth, stay out my inbox. That's all I'm gonna say. I love my family. Now, once my side teeth start touching, and I go get the I'll get that.
Hey, Chalee, shut up. Quincy,
Once
can
I
you
get
mute
them
him?
lumineers, I'm on y'all ass.
Them who?
I'm on y'all butt. Now,
Them who?
wait till my side teeth start. When the side teeth touch, don't reach out to me no more. Now how about that? How about that?
This brother said he would change.
Wait till my side teeth start touching.
Shut
Don't
up,
talk to me
Chalee.
no more.
Shut up.
Don't talk to me no more when my side teeth start touching.
This brother wanted side teeth to touch. Hey, look, I ain't mad at you, bro. That is hilarious. You got my ear hurting because I have never heard it described in that way. The brother said, once my side teeth touch. Okay. All right.
No more.
Cool. Well, that ends that. Real quick, I'm gonna plug my sponsors, and we're gonna finish up the last part of this interview. Big shout out to TGX Live and also Tyron Senior. Thank you all so much for being a part of this whole impromptu season and sponsoring it. And TGX Live, that's where my comedy special is on. It's called Too Young for 40. It's a black-owned exclusive deal. As a matter of fact, while y'all on here, let me put it on here right now. Yeah, so it's this joint here. So if y'all looking for information, it's tgxlive.com. And it's my comedy special, Too Young for 40. And it's only $4.99 per stream. This is a black-owned company. I appreciate supporting black businesses. So it would be very helpful, and it would make me smile and make us smile to see that people are supporting that. And I am working on another special, but it's only $4.99 at tgx.com. So shout out to all of them and my other sponsors and stuff. And if you guys are interested in my message here, I strive to be perfect, but end up being human. It's my shirt. You get a shirt. You also get a wristband that has the same thing. Just letting people know we all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Stop judging each other, holding grudges, and pointing fingers. We all make mistakes. So if you guys are interested in that, just let me know in the comments, and I'll message you afterwards. So far, who is the person? Let me make sure before we continue on. Who got the answer first? The first trivia question was, what year did KG obviously stop doing comedy before he picked it back up again when he met Chalee in 2014? That year was 2006, right? KG?
2006.
Yeah, 2006. So it looks like the person that got it first was Toya. Toya Yelder Pass. Do y'all know Pass?
Oh yeah, that's my cousin right there. I ain't tell you.
Yeah.
I ain't Toya. Look at that.
Yeah, thank you, Toya. Onyel, you got it a little bit late. You got it after her, but Toya got it first. And for those of you who may not be tuning in to a certain one, simultaneously, which is a big word for me, I broadcast on two of my pages. So it's the broadcast string on two pages, so people could be tuning in on a different one. So if you don't see that person's name, don't be mad. It's just I see everybody's comments, okay? So shouts out to Toya. I will reach out to you after this live is over with. And I got another trivia question that'll be coming up soon. So y'all continue to stay tuned, all right? But you'll get that $25. The next one is $50, all right? So continuing on, fellas, obviously you guys talked about not performing clean comedy before. But KG, when I had you on the show on my quality comedy series, that was when I changed the format. The format was no longer, because when Charlie did it, it was me as a host, a feature, a headliner, and then I would have a guest spot. So Charlie filled in for the guest spot. When you came on, KG, I had switched venues and I changed the format up to have a showcase comic segment. And that's where comics would do 5 minutes and they perform their same material profanity free. You took that and you owned it. And here's my flowers to you while you still alive. Much respect to you, because there was a lot of comics that felt like, man, I've done shows where I got paid. I ain't got to do no show where I'm showcasing for votes and I'm only doing 5 minutes. Not when I can do an hour. And you got the crowd favorite vote 4 straight times before. I think Gary Mitchell was the one that got you before you pretty much
Very funny dude.
retired. At Gary Mitchell, very funny dude. But you took that by the horns, bro. So can you just kind of go through the process of what went into the seriousness of that you took that?
Hey, well, first thing first, man, for me, it's humility, man. You know, just like me and Charlie was speaking of in the beginning. Shut up, Charlie. It's humility, Charlie. Humility, okay? Yeah, humility, okay? This dude, look, he go crazy over big words, man. That's not even a big word. But nah, man, it was humility right off the rip, man. Like the respect level that I had for you, Q, man, I wanted to make sure that I brought about something to the point where it wasn't like I was trying to take over.
Right.
You know, and I mean, me being me, I won't lie to you, man. Since I was born, bro, like everything that I do, I'm always like the captain. I'm always first in charge, or I led the choir, or I was the master of ceremony. So when people invite me to things, I don't want them to think that I'm trying to take over whatever it is they have going on, because God gave me a gift, man, and my gift really is to go in. Like I have a gift to just become the show.
Right.
But I wanted to maintain the fact that this was your thing, So, I mean, kudos to myself always, but I love my following. I love my family, man. And I knew I was able to bring 50 to 60 people easy, because I mess with so many people, man. So once you brought that platform to me, you got to think, Quincy, I just really got back into comedy like that, So this was the perfect time for all of these people who was like, oh man, you're a comedian? Where you gonna be? It was easy to say David Buster's, and then they like, oh, for real? Oh, I'm definitely gonna come there. So I used your platform literally as an opportunity to get my name out there. And
That's
man, I commend you. I thank you every day for this, because so much came from them quality comedy shows. Like it's stuff that I can't even begin to tell you that came from them comedy shows. So I just took it as a chance, man. I took it as a chance to get out there, man. This is, to me, you're real humble too. But to me, you was Quincy Carr, like, come on, bro. You Quincy Carr. Like, I'm on Quincy Carr stage. I'm definitely about to shine. This Quincy Carr, And not to mention, I wasn't just doing simple stuff. Man, you had me on the news. You allowed me to bring my t-shirts in there. You allowed me to plug my other shows. You allowed me to, man, you just allowed me to live, bro. So
that's what it's about, man. Like I always believe, it's like I said earlier, it is business before it's comedy. And who am I to hold over somebody else's head like a like certain people in the industry would be like, no, you can't do that. No, you can't, but you must do this for me. I don't believe it. And I believe when you hold your hand out to help other people, then other people will do the same for you. And so I just appreciated the fact that, because you were one of the ones that when you came through and when you were putting in all the extras and you were making sure that it was about performing, you were the catalyst to other people say, you know what? it really ain't that bad. Like, hey Q, can I get on that quality comedy series thing? Like,
Yeah,
I'll
man.
do the showcase
They said
because I was only booking headliners to be the main show, but I said let me open it up to the local cats that are still trying to find their way, or they already established themselves, but this is a platform that they normally don't perform on.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you were the catalyst that I think opened it up for a lot of other people. Say, hey, if KG, who I know has done paid shows, is doing his show and putting that much into it,
Yeah.
you know what? It may not be all that bad. And so
Yeah, a lot of them, you know what? A lot of them,
thank
Quincy,
you.
a lot of people who ended up performing after me
Mhm.
actually did come to me and be like, "Hey, man, how was it? You know, how were you able? You know, like because I literally like put it out there big, you know, and it was from the crown to the mock, you know,
Yeah,
vest to you know, I really went all in with this thing, and yo, so many people loved that. And I was like, wow, I'm actually touching comedians who were doing comedy before I even started.
facts.
So yeah, hey man, look, God don't make no mistakes, man. That's how I can sum it all up. God don't
Hey,
make no mistakes.
no, he doesn't. And Charlie, man, like, so I know that you've dealt with a lot of this too. And this is coming from not just me being a comedian that's been in the business for a while, but a lot of old school comics too. Um, the like a lot of comics felt or feel comics that came up via the internet and then ended up on stage and took some stage time from them, y'all receive a lot of negative energy. Do you get a lot of that because you were on social media first and then you hit the stages?
Not well. I do want to don't. If that makes sense, I do want to don't. Can y'all hear me? Because I switched back to the laptop.
Yeah, you got some bad juju going on over there.
Yeah, it's like it's a bad connection or
You
something.
got a background. The same stuff we have when we on our own shows. I don't know what you're doing, but you got to stop doing that.
So you
Yeah,
can.
No, I can hear me through your video.
I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know why you do
Whatever
that.
you did, go back and do the other thing
yeah.
before you did
I
that.
think he was on his phone or something.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah.
Charlie
Um,
always got dial up, man. He always got dial up. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And while Charlie is getting his connection ready, because I do want him to answer that question because I think for a lot of other comics out there, they do have an issue with people um, doing it that way, making people laugh on the internet, and then all of a sudden they're headliners at a club. And again, it's business before comedy.
Yeah.
However, for a comic like myself, I'd be like, I remember the old school way. We had to do stage time.
Yep.
We had to hold up. This may be him. Got you. So are you back? Are you good?
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, you good now.
Yeah. So I'm gonna finish my point, and and then I like you to answer that question. But we had to go through stage time. Like I remember a comedy club manager saying, "You don't have enough stage time or enough time to hold an audience behind or beyond 30 minutes." Meaning, have you done more than just host? Like, do you just have a set 5 or 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden, boom, you see that same club manager book somebody who has internet success and a bunch of followers. And so a
Mhm.
comic like myself would be like, dang, man, how you do all that? You ain't no real comedian. So Charlie, did you or do you still get that negativity that comes your way because of how you got into the game?
I came in like, I think right at the time when social media comics were just merging, trying to go onto the stage.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I was able to hear of the few that were trying to make the transition from, the internet to the stage. And I was like, oh, wow, I don't want that to be me. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I first started working on stand up or whatever. Yeah, I went to my first open mic on leave in Jacksonville, Florida. This was after the videos had started and popped off or whatever. And it was always can you put butts in seats? That's what it was, but
Right.
they don't expect you to be funny, So my thing was, you might not know me from where you're at, but I have some people that really, really support me. You know what I'm saying? Social media wise, but I never held that over anyone's head. So the fact that I seen that they weren't respecting people who were on the internet,
Mhm.
that made me go 10 times harder on stage. And
But you know what though?
the fact that I went 10 times harder on stage, and they was like,
Yeah.
this dude actually is funny. Some of those people I was bringing my audience to, some of the headliners, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I'll still be the feature spot, or maybe even the guest spot,
Yeah.
but people were coming to support me. The fact that I was able to hold my own on stage, make them laugh, and then those headliners come on stage, they're like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Who is this dude? It was always, who is this dude? Or who are you?
Right.
And they didn't like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some of them
Yeah.
didn't like that or whatever, because that made me work 10 times harder, knowing
You know
that
what,
they
Charlie? I
labeling
remember when
me,
we started.
they labeling
You
me an
used to be
internet
humble
dude.
like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
you know
used
what I'm
to
saying?
when we first started, Charlie used to get people that would hit him up and be like, yeah, man, you know, I want you to do this, I want you to do that, man. I need you for this, I need you for that. And then they go ghost on us. But the thing was, they were trying to take advantage of his following
Right.
versus, you know, just the fact that he can perform on stage. Man, I
Right.
remember we went to one thing out here, and the dude didn't even know who he was when he got there. Like,
Mhm.
he just totally disrespected Charlie on some like, yeah, bro, you know, I just, man, yeah, oh yeah, you, oh man, you know, I'll give you about 5 or 6 minutes. And we like, hold up, bro. Nah, that ain't how this go. But
Right.
they only wanted his following, man. And that was so much ammo for him. And I speak for him with that, because me and him have gone through like some real serious talk, some real serious times about this comedy game. Like, that ain't do nothing but fuel his fire,
Yeah.
you know, because I watched that boy jump on stage another day, and I'm like, oh yeah, Charlie mad, you know, and I love it because that's what did it, you know, because I know the backstory from it. But
Yeah.
the beautiful thing about it was the whole Kevin Hart laugh at my pain thing, because I could watch him go through what he went through and don't nobody know, but I
Mhm.
did, and then he jump on stage and I'll be like, all right, I see you, bro. You
Yeah.
know, do your thing, bro. So yeah, that was a great question, Quincy, man, because that is definitely real life right now.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, it's definitely something that I know I've seen it and I've heard, and even with the comics that I've interviewed, I've asked that question every now and again, and I'll get mixed reviews, and then every now and again I'll get the comment, be like, "Hey, man, look, do you like? Because what you're doing ain't gonna stop what I've been doing in the game," and that's the way I've also looked at it too. Like, I want so much for other people to win that
Man,
that that if I had the opportunity between me and them, I'm gonna say, if you ready to run with it, I got you. And it's not a lot of comics that would say, no, I need to get this. Be like, no, man, you 70 years old, man. Like, you kind of got to move out the way, or you got to
yo,
establish yourself well enough where what you're doing doesn't affect anything that I've got established.
boom. Hey, you
And
live
that's
the same
how
thing
I
we
feel.
live, man. You live the same thing we live, and I'll tell you the essence behind that. Me and Charlie said that when you know, we were both stationed here in Virginia, and he went out to California. But I'll say it right here on this platform, and I'll continue to say it. One of us is going to blow up, if not both of us. One
Yeah.
of us will. But he and I never had that thing where it's like, oh man, I hope you don't go first. You know, man, we both said it when he got orders to California. We like, listen, bro, if something comes, leave me. All right, you hear me? Like, flat out. And we had that understanding, like, bro, don't wait for me. I know we started together. We said we was gonna do this thing together, but listen, man, what's your blessing is your blessing. What's for you is for you.
Yeah.
If it come, leave me. Go. I'll catch up. You know, or reach back down and get me. You know, if
Well,
that
that's
be
what the game is. Make sure that you
that's
reach
the game.
back.
Reach back
Right.
down and get me. Yeah.
That's good. Okay. All right. Last one or final couple questions here. KG, I know that you got well, no. This is for the both of you. Um do you get frustrated with what the temperature of the country is, and where the fact that you guys are black men uh giving your life to serve the United States of America, and you look up and you see where the temperature of the country is. And I'll let y'all run with that how you want to run with it, because I know being in the military, I know what that feels like. You took an oath, but now we living in a day and age where when things happen, we see it immediately because everybody has access. So, what does that make you guys feel like? Charlie, I'll let you go first.
You might want to let KG go first on them. I ain't gonna let you.
Well, I'll jump so political on that question.
I ain't
But
even gonna be political, but go ahead.
not so much political, man.
I
Matter of
mean,
fact, I'll go
but
first.
just
I'll go
straight
first.
from your heart. I mean, it's like, I
Yeah,
mean, y'all are
yeah, go
serving the
ahead, Charlie.
country and you're black and you do have an imposing physicality about you, but we've seen some social injustices in the military.
Hmm.
I know it's there.
And
Yeah.
and
But then you're looking at what's outside of the military, but you're fighting for that that's outside the military. So where does that put you guys mentally?
so well, given I'm just start off with I've never been one to, like I say, a lot of people who know me, family members know Tank don't really. He's not really an outgoing speaker like that. He's not really a person who's a people's person. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk like that unless I know you. I know my surroundings. Then I'll open up whatever it may be. But given that I have the platform that I have, you know what I'm saying? With all due respect, my brother KG in his comedy game, the platform that I started, I wouldn't be a black man if I didn't speak out on it, especially wearing this uniform, respectfully, because I didn't get drafted. I signed up for it. I signed up for everything that comes with it. But with that being said, I can speak on how I feel about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? One of my main motivations after a while being in the military, feeling like, it was a bit of racism that held me back and why I turned off my military button and it took me so long to make rank is my motivation now. That being said, I do speak on this type of stuff on my platform. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I wear the same uniform that you wear. I'm your brother standing right next to you. If it went down today, we all had to go to Iraq, Afghanistan, or whatever it may be, we can die together no matter what color we are, no matter what religion we are. If we wear this uniform, we can die together. So how can you sit there in the same uniform as me and you can die with me? Not you can die with me. You ain't gonna die with your family. You ain't gonna die with your mama, your brother, your sister. You can die with me. The color that you hate so much
Mm,
can also be the one to save your life, pull you out that fire.
wow.
So how can you go against what I believe in personally if it's not harming you whatsoever? Now, if you agree to disagree, that's fine. I'm not asking you to support me 100%, but why go against everything that I'm saying vocally? And at the end of the day, I wear the uniform, so I have spoke out on these type of things on my page. You know what I'm saying? Just to let them know that, hey, I wear the uniform just like you, and you feel like it's BS or whatever it may be, but no, this affects me. This affects me.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? So yeah.
You, KG?
I mean, it's highly effective. It's highly effective. Myself and Charlie have been through differences in our careers.
Yeah.
I'm a little further in my career than he is
In your military
in
career.
our military careers. Yeah,
Gotcha.
military
Okay.
career. I'm a little further in my career than he is, and it's funny that he speaks on it the way he does because he and I have had those like real serious 2-hour conversations, of
Real
hey
quick,
man,
real quick. It's like Malcolm X and Martin Luther with
yeah,
me, with me and
yeah,
KG. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it
I'm
is.
not gonna
It
say
is.
which is which or whose views is what, but that's kind of like how it is with us.
Yeah,
Yeah. Go ahead.
it really is. So I remember when things first started popping off, racially, and I was talking to Charlie about something that he had posted on his page. And
Yeah.
I was like, man, you really want to go that route? And he was, he started explaining it to me. And I was like, I will do me a favor. Don't tag me, like, because at that time I was reaching for another thing that was going on in my career at the time. And like, he hadn't gotten to that level yet,
Yeah.
so I was like, man, I don't want nothing to do with that. But at the same time, there goes that 2-hour conversation of speaking with him. And now I see where his mind frame is. And to be honest with you, my mind frame was the same. Like, if I wear this uniform and someone of a different pigment wears this uniform too, and this is the things that are going on, first thing first, don't come to me and tell me that you understand what I'm going through.
Yeah.
Because you don't. You know, and it's not that I'm mad at you for trying to share a sentimental moment with me, but at the same time, you don't know how I was raised. You don't know the things that I go through. You don't know the people that I speak with. For one, you don't know what I do in and out of my uniform. So when I'm inside my uniform, it's one of those things where, of course, I'm affected, you know, and of course, I want to see change. Of course, I want to be that person that, you know, takes it in the right light, but I don't want to say too much because I don't want it to harm my career. You know, and that's one of the biggest things about being in the military. We have to be careful. You know, there's a lot of things that we feel, a lot of things that we would like to say, a lot of things we would like to do that we cannot, simply because of the respect that, like Chalee said, we didn't get drafted. We raised our hand.
Right.
So you have to refrain from a couple of
Okay.
things that you really want to get into. But at the same time, it's a respect level.
Can I interject for 2 seconds? So one of my most controversial posts were you never I was like, hey, we do, if something drastic happens, you know, we do training on it immediately. You know what I'm saying? Earthquake,
I remember that.
you know, a shooting, whatever it may be. When all these riots were going on, I'm just speaking in general right now, they said nothing. If you don't understand, when I say they, then it is what it is. They said nothing. No training, no nothing. And going back to what I was saying earlier, that affected us. But at the same time, we address everything else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I appreciate what's in place for suicide prevention because we speak on that. I appreciate what's in place for
drug and alcohol.
I appreciate that. But when this incident was going on, if that's a word,
nothing was said.
Quiet.
Nothing was said.
It's quiet.
You know
there
what
was
I'm
no
saying?
training.
I brought that up on my page, and they were like, "Oh, so you want to use your platform for this?" Yes, because you know why? It's people like me who want to bring attention to that because we do training on everything else. You know, we do training annually on how to remove your cat card from the computer.
I'm telling you,
annually. How much training you need for that? You know what I'm saying? But I'm not one to push it or want to. I ain't finna get on no soapbox about it. But what I'm saying is, if you're gonna cater to all type of situations, why not cater this one? Because traffic was held up, people were getting hurt over it. Why not say, hey, if you get pulled over, do this. You know what I'm saying? If you're facing this situation, do this. You know what I'm saying? Nothing was brought up. So once again, go ahead.
Well, I was supposed to say, and here's the long and short of it, because whether you are in the military or you're a civilian now, like I ride around with a DAV sticker on the back of my truck. And if I were to get pulled over, I feel like that's what they're going to look at. Oh, this is a veteran. This is a disabled veteran or whatnot. But now that I'm a civilian, and I do TV, you know, I'm on TV. I'm a personality on TV, but I don't hold back. And I remember putting up a post, and because I don't do anything with curse words in it anyway, as far as social media is concerned. So people can actually see and hear. And that came from the sensitivity training I received in boot camp, in the military, is understanding how to present something in a way where people can hear it and hear the right words, not the wrong words that causes emotions, right? So I've always spoke up, and I still speak up now. And it's one of the reasons why I have to be self-employed. You were mentioning, KG, that you got a career that you're trying to take to another level. So some of that, you have to watch how you rock the boat. And I think that's a lot of positions that Black people are in. Yes. We understand what we're fighting for, but we're also fighting for something that we've been fighting for
a long time. You hear me? Exactly.
So certain people do have to watch how they speak, and certain people just look at it like, hey, I'm gonna say what I need to say because it'll help me sleep at night. And so I think, like, I appreciate y'all both sharing both of your thoughts and opinions on how you have to handle that.
And just to close that out, you know what I'm saying, to speak to anybody military, you know what I'm saying, is watching this, I don't care what color you are, it affects the mission. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
100%.
If you think I'm just
100%.
speaking, if you think I'm just speaking for a certain demographic of people,
Nah.
this affects the mission. Because you can't
100%.
sit there and tell this dude who's going through all this stuff, probably been pulled over by police, probably been racially profiled. And I don't care what color it may be. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You can be white and be done wrong by the police. It affects the
100%.
mission overall. So why not address it? Why not do the same training y'all do on everything else? Why not bring it up? We just put a blanket over it, like, oh yeah, okay.
It'll
No,
go away. It'll go away.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is what it is. Don't
Hey,
man,
thank
don't take
y'all,
me.
man. Thank y'all for just sharing that, man. Last thing here, we've obviously been on here for an hour and a half, but it is the finale. The final trivia question here is because I mentioned at the top of the show, we voted for Taco Tuesday, so I can't wait to get my tacos, and that shell better still be crunchy. So, plus I'm from Texas, so it's all about them tacos anyway. My next trivia question for all y'all still tuning in is going to be, okay, and this is for $50, okay? Trivia question for $50, and I just had it in my head and I just lost it. Give me 1 second. Y'all plug yourselves right quick. KG, you go first and plug how people can follow you if you got something that's coming up, including your adult play date if you actually have anything that's coming up, and I'll get that trivia question.
Yeah, so if y'all wanna follow me, man, I'm on IG, I'm on FB. Everything is at comediankg.com. Spell out the DOTCOM. Yeah, I have a big show coming up December 29th here in Virginia Beach. Look on my page. I got that posted right now. I already put out the fact that I'm getting ready to have surgery here in December, so I got to lay down for a while because I got a major surgery coming up in December. So I appreciate all them prayers that y'all was giving me, man, shooting it out to me. Shout out to my big Playdate crew. They're still going to continue to try to do it, after we can see what's going on with this COVID thing, but I'm pretty sure they'll still be linking up with me to, allow me to host. But in the meantime, December until about maybe March, April, it'll take me a while to really, really, really get back on my feet, man. But if y'all able to rock with me right now, I'm gonna be on social media at kg.com. And November 29th, man, let's sell out this show November 29th. I know y'all gonna show up as a Sunday, but that's gonna be my last show I get to do before I gotta go lay down for a while. So y'all come on out and support, man. I appreciate the love.
Nice. And before you plug yourself, Chalee, I do have the trivia question. The trivia question is, let me see, it's right here. Yeah. What was the first host city for the DD Tour 14? They did mention it. It was a little confusing, but they did narrow it down. The first host city that they had the first comedy tour show for DD Tour 14. All right. First person to get the comment in, you're going to get $50 on this finale show. So, Chalee, you go ahead and you plug yourself, homie.
Oh, so so it's Chalee Jr. YouTube, Chalee Jr. That is CHALEE space JR. That's YouTube. Facebook, same thing. Instagram is comedian_Chalee Jr. So yeah, y'all find me on there. I got a lot of military content coming. I slacked off for a while. Like I said, this whole COVID thing and just getting back to work, getting back in the swing of things, it slowed me down as far as putting out content. And I know y'all love that military content. For the people that's been following me for a while, I appreciate y'all. Y'all are everything for real. Like I say, anytime I do a show at a major event, y'all show up and show out, especially when I'm in a military town. And I appreciate y'all all the way from day one, all the way from when I met KG, all the way from when Quincy put me on, and so forth. Appreciate everybody. Shout out to Shay Clemens too.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta follow Shay Clemens. Y'all gotta follow Shay Clemens. He completes DD Tour 14. You got KG, you got myself, and you got the
Shay
OG
Clemens.
Shay Clemens. Shay Clemens, and it's just Shay Clemens. Yeah, everything. Shay Clemens.
Yeah, we definitely missed him on here tonight. But yeah, thank y'all, fellas, man, for just hanging out with me and just being a part of this show. Like I said, it's the last one of the year, and glad to do it with my shipmates, my brothers in the comedy game, my brothers in for the military, serving and protecting
I got
us.
my flag back there. Y'all see it?
Yeah.
The liquor, but y'all see the flag.
No, we certainly appreciate y'all serving this country, and for all those that are tuning in that are also serving this country, thank y'all for what y'all are doing, and definitely don't be discouraged, because I mean, the way I got out because I was injured, but I promise I would have ended up retiring, because when I start something, I don't stop. And a year after I started, or a year after I got out, that's when I started doing comedy. And I'm now 21 years in comedy. So I could have easily never been doing comedy, but I would have been probably E7, because I wouldn't have got past E7. Not as a gunner's mate. That close rate, not at all.
They'd have been lucky to get 2 E7. Yeah.
Right. But big shouts to what everybody else is doing in serving this country. And thank you, fellas, again for chopping it up and chiming in. Y'all definitely go follow these individuals, and I will reach out to the 2 individuals. Oh, let me get the first person that got it. The question was, what was the first host city for the Tour14 comedy tour? And that was San Diego. Looks like Tori Marshall got that. A bunch of people said it, but Tori said it first. Tori Marshall said it first. So you get
shout out Tori.
And take this out, Tori, just for you getting it right, because I I really got to support you. I'm adding $1 on to what.
You know what? I'm not gonna let Chalee outdo me. I'm adding
probably gonna be 50 cents, because Cash App gonna take their percentage, so you probably get like 92 cents or something.
Chalee, what you're not gonna do is one up me. Okay, you're not gonna one up me. So Tori, I'm adding another 50 cents on top of the $1. So we're gonna
Right,
so
well, check this out. I got €5.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
But it ain't Tori, don't let him hype you up. That's less than the $1 he was gonna give you the first time.
Right. I know it ain't much.
Hey, before we get out of here, hey Quincy, man. Hey, listen to everybody out there, man. Don't let Quincy be too humble. Trust me, man. This dude been doing big things, man. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate everything you're doing. Hey, I appreciate you for having us again. Hey, if y'all get a chance, go on YouTube and put in Tour14. You gonna see Quincy introduce us for Tour14. But when I tell y'all this dude set fire to that stage to bring us out and bring us on, man, Q, I told you the other day when I text you, man, I was like, dude, bro, every time I watch it, you just don't understand the fire that you brought to that stage right from the rip. And every comedian out there know it ain't nothing like coming on after some good heat been already on that stage. Man, you accepted, you gave us the platform, you helped us let our do our thing, you promoted it, you jumped on stage, you introduced it, and man, you set straight fire. So everybody out there, Tour14 comedy show at Dave and Buster's, man, Quincy Carr killed it. Man, I appreciate everything you do, bro.
No doubt. And if y'all gonna be on YouTube, then look up my performance on True TV. Let me at least get over 300,000. I gotta surpass Chalee somehow.
Hey, good luck. Good luck.
Hey, you gotta go streaking. You gotta go streaking.
No, I can't do that. No. That definitely can't do that. My feet too flat. My feet hit that ground.
Bruh.
Yeah. Hey, fellas, we out. Much love to you. Certainly appreciate y'all being on the show today, fellas.
Already, baby. Hey, Chalee, call me, bro.
No.
Hey, folks, look, thank y'all again. Thank everybody again for checking the show out. And thank you for being a part of this first season. Didn't know what to expect, but I just knew I needed to put out something that would bring me and my fellow comics together from all over who I've had connections with, whether it was the cruise ships or just performing just my regular comedy throughout my career. And it has been great We get stuff off our chest. We could talk. And then when the world opens back up, man, we should have a lot of new jokes for y'all. I promise it should be a lot of new jokes, a lot of new material, a lot of new content. Once again, voting. Hey, we've already put in our ballots, so we can only hope and pray that the person that does win is the person that God wants in that position for all of us. And please, no violence. There's no need for anybody to be violent out there just because the candidate you wanted didn't win. And either way, we just got to learn to support each other, love each other, and stop judging each other. That's what this message is right here. I strive to be perfect, but end up being human. All right. So just keep that in mind as we look to get under new leadership or continued leadership from the current leaders of this country. Either way, voting is already in. If you've done your part, you should pat yourself on the back. Big congratulations. This is the season finale, first season of me doing this virtual thing. I do like it, and I'm most likely going to be back for a second season. I just don't know when. Again, thank y'all again, and I appreciate all the love and all the tuning in. You guys enjoy yourself. Have a good night. And we hope when we wake up in the morning or however long it takes, just the country will be in a better place, period. Amen. All right. Deuces.
Daddy told jokes.